So there has been all this talk about Operation Glasswing and AI has found all these bugs, but let's take a minute to kind of think about it for a little bit more detail. Two bugs in particular of interest. One flaw that existed for over 27 years. Another one, 16 years. Either we've been lucky that it hasn't been exploited, or we don't know that it has been exploited. But one of the two happened. So Anthropic now developed this super AI called Claude Mythos Preview. And it's so powerful that they decided not to release it to anyone. They only released it to 52 organizations and very tightly knit. And it's pretty much, hey, here you go. You have access to this. Run it through your systems. Fix your vulnerabilities before somebody else figures it out. Go forth and prosper. Think about this for a second. Something so powerful that they are not releasing it to the public. More than likely, a version is going to be released to the public, but it's going to be watered down, and for good reason. But we have been getting to this destination. A lot of information security professionals have been using AI to help them either do tabletop exercises, figure out like red team, blue team, what could be the things that we could be attacked on, how to mitigate that. That has been done. But now it's a little bit on steroids. And this is a long time coming, honestly. I'm surprised that it has taken this long. I'm happy that it's happening, but it's a good thing. So remember that I mentioned that there were two bugs, right? Bugs, security flaws. One of them was for OpenBSD. The other one is for a known tool called FFmpeg. If you realize what MPEG means, your video and your audio codecs, what's necessary to translate and decode what goes in that video file and how to compress it so that it's not as big as it could be before. So that it's an open source tool. It has been for a while. And the exploit that the new Anthropic model found, think for it for a second, something as innocent as an audio file or a video file that if it's malformed enough, it could render the defenses for your system that's reading that, it could render them useless and have the bad actor through that file gain admin access to your system. That's bad. For 16 years, that faulty code was there and it was not being picked. And now this new LLM that came out, this new model, it picked it up. Honestly, it's a great thing. I'm happy that it happened. And I'm sure that a lot of people in the software business are happy that this actually happened. But this is like one model, this is one issue, one flaw. Right now, what we're going to see is we're going to see a lot of patching. I would say in the next 30 to 60 days, if not sooner. Every OS, you have Apple, Mac OS, Windows, Linux, you're going to get patched. Patches are going to be coming soon. Your phones, everything's going to be patched. And this is going to be from vulnerabilities found from Mythos. So get ready for a lot of patching. What I can see coming next, I can see now a world where we're not going to have a lot of big businesses. They do what is called like an annual penetration testing. They hire a third party and that third party goes in, they do an evaluation and they try to hack into the systems. I think that's going to be done continuously now with AI systems or AI developed systems. And it's going to be continuous. It's not going to be an annual thing, it's going to be continuous. The other thing that I can see happening is AI will start generating the actual patches. Think about it. What better system to do the coding than the system that's actually finding it, right? I've used AI for helping me figure out issues in coding. It would generate the code. I would test it with my automation tools. And whatever didn't work, I would copy it back. Hey, tell me what's wrong. These are the messages. These are the logs. This is what's happening. This is what's not happening. Here's what you need to fix. And this was before Mythos. And this is a little bit as to what a lot of people are calling like vibe coding and things like that. That's what it actually means. But I can see now moving into this whole security area where the AI is going to detect the issues, and once it detects them, it's also going to generate the patch for that flaw or that issue. Now I'm going to see, I think that we're going to start seeing insurance companies or cyber insurance companies starting to have more requirements as to like for companies to show or document their AI posture formally. You need to have a document saying, and an actual process saying, what are you going to be doing with AI? What are you going to be doing with the data? Where is it going to be stored? If you were not doing that before, that's something that it's coming down by. And the other thing that I think it's going to be coming from this, and it's going to be pretty cool, is that since we're going to have all these continuous AI systems being able to scan for potential vulnerabilities and generate the codes or the patches to fix them, I think that we're going to enter an era where we're going to have a scanning and patching as a service, not like you have it right now, for example, with Microsoft, that you have your Microsoft packages or things like that. I think that it's going to be a little bit more universally available, regardless of the operating system and regardless of the apps themselves, because a lot of people associate patches with just the OS. It's not just the OS. You might have applications that could be vulnerable and could be giving you an open door for a bad actor to exploit your data. So this is not a bad thing. I think that this is a fantastic thing. I think that there's going to be a race now to be continually on guard, more than before. If we were being on guard before, I think that now it's going to be more on an ongoing basis with AI systems being plugged in to be able to detect these things. Mind you, not long ago, there was this report of a Chinese group that was able to hijack and automate an escalation attack using Claude. So we're going to start seeing things like that. The other thing that I think that we're going to see is that AI will start handling like all the scanning, something that usually is time consuming because the software usually the way that it works is that it goes in and it scans all the IP addresses, it scans all the parts of the network, all the ports, all that stuff. I think that now that's going to be more handled by AI itself. And depending how it's going to be developed, it's going to have AI going in and just adapt itself so that it can find out what's going on in your network and your systems. Again, it's not only your network, it's also the systems that are within the network. It's an overall universe. So Information security professionals, I don't think that they're going to be replaced. I think that the job for information security professionals is now going to be changed. It's the same as everybody else. Many things that now are being done on a scanning process or a specific process itself, that process is probably going to change. It's going to migrate. And the information security professionals, what they will be needed for, and this is the part that a lot of people are forgetting, our human skill. That's always going to be needed. The human in the loop, the judgment call, that's always going to be needed. And information security now is one part of it where that's going to be needed. If you have been listening to me for the last 11 minutes and so, thank you. Save this video, and let's see in the next 60 days after this video is out how far off I am. And let me know in the comments. Till next time.